if you become mayor, things are going to be more affordable, right?
Yes, that's the whole idea.
Because I've been wearing the same outfit for like 6 years right now.
Yeah,
Literally the same outfit.
I blame Eric Adams for a lot of things. I'm not sure if I could put this one on him.
Okay, all right, well, that's fair. All right, so we are here at Forest Hills Stadium at a rally for Zohran Mamdani, and they just showed Andrew Cuomo on the screen. And how would you describe the reaction to Andrew Cuomo?
The reception was not as warm as maybe he would have liked. People weren't excited to hear from him. Mamdani said some stuff on the debate stage that people here seemed to like.
So welcome to The Good Liars Tell the Truth. My name is Jason Selvig. This is DeVrom Stiefler. We are The Good Liars. And as I said, we're in Forest Hills, Queens, at the rally for Zohran Mamdani. We are a week and change from the mayoral election here in New York City. DeVrom, how are you feeling about the race right now? What do you think is going to happen here?
I'm starting to think that Zohran Mamdani might win. I know nobody's said that in the last few months, but people are excited, I guess.
I'm excited for our copyright strike that we're going to get now because of this song playing in the background.
We're going to have to edit a lot, so there's not, 30 seconds of a song playing in a row. We've learned that a few times.
What do you think the Andrew Cuomo's path to victory is here in New York?
Well, I think the billionaires would have to come out in force. I think you'd need a big billionaire vote.
There are 26 billionaires who have each spent over $100,000 to try and get Cuomo elected. Why are you so unpopular with billionaires?
Yeah, because we're trying to build a politics that can't actually be bought. And that is something that a lot of people are quite uncomfortable with because they've been doing quite well with corrupt politicians like Andrew Cuomo.
Democrats now are like failing with messaging, kind of failing at everything right now. Do you think this is the blueprint for the future of the Democratic Party, Zohran Mamdani's campaign?
Definitely. I think it's a blueprint. I think it combines everything that we want. We're people we're someone who's like us, but also someone who knows what they're talking about. It's not just a cute catchphrase where it's like, this is brat or anything like that. He's actually creating policies that people want, and it's making New York City really livable. There's so many young people in New York City. There's so many people who want to live their dreams here, and he's making it more accessible for everyone.
So it felt like maybe you were talking about Kamala Harris right there. Is that about her or about the campaign in general or Democrats in general?
It's more of the Democrats in the campaign.
What's your message to billionaires now?
My message would be that I'm trying to build a city not just for you, for every single person in New York City. Still includes you. It just means working class people as well can afford this place.
And honestly, you start to feel maybe a little bad for the billionaires if people are ganging up on them.
They are a minority. There's a very small percentage of the population.
99%, a lot of these candidates talk about the 99% should be standing up for themselves. And you have to wonder how the 1% feels.
Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
I can hear you.
Governor Hochul took the stage here at the Zohran Mamdani rally, but she was kind of drowned out by people chanting, "Tax the rich." I think she eventually heard.
The Democratic Party now, the numbers are in the toilet for them, historic lows. What do you think the Democrats have to do to improve their standing with voters?
The Democratic brand right now is so bad.
And why is that? Why do you think it is?
I think that the American people have lost trust in the Democratic Party because in many ways it has refused to truly embrace the populist anger that the American people have been having. And what I believe is since 2008, we are living in a post-2008 political world where the financial crisis destroyed the lives of so many people. So many people lost their homes while these big banks and corporations, they got away with it. They didn't really get punished.
Oligarchic friends know that if New Yorkers come together and elect Zohran, we can do that from California to Maine. We can defeat the oligarchs.
Some of the other supporters we've talked to for Curtis Sliwa and Andrew Cuomo, who was a Democrat, they have said that Zohran Mamdani is a communist. What's your response to that?
I mean, I think it's irrelevant because they just want to use a word to make everyone else scared. His platform is clear. I don't think a label really changes anything about what he's presenting.
I went to the mayoral debate last week, and talked to some supporters of Cuomo. I talked to some supporters of Sliwa, and they all had the same thing to say. They said Zohran Mamdani is a communist. We know he's a Democratic socialist, but they said he's a communist.
I'm not a fan of communists.
Do you actually think he's a communist?
Yes. Yeah.
I know he's a Democratic socialist, but you actually think he's a communist?
Close enough, same thing.
I had to ask that to Zohran Mamdani. I asked him point blank, are you a communist? And what he said will shock you. A lot of people keep saying you're a communist. Can we put this to bed right now? Are you a communist?
Not a communist. I'm a democratic socialist, but I anticipate that the president will continue to call me whatever comes to his mind.
We have a communist running for the mayor of New York. Right now, he's a communist. That's not a socialist. I call him my little communist.
If you become mayor, you're going to have to deal with Donald Trump. What's your message to Donald Trump right now?
My message would be that if you ever want to get on the phone to talk about how we can actually deliver on the promise that you made to the American people of lowering the cost of living, I'm always ready. But if you want to speak about how you can make life more difficult for New Yorkers by coming after so many in the city and the fabric of the city itself, then I'll be there to fight you.
There has been a day before his presidency, and there will be a day after.
I'm actually a postdoctoral researcher at Weill Cornell Medicine, and we've been working with the UAW, the United Auto Workers, to get a fair contract for postdocs.
And so I think I heard from somebody in the campaign that you guys are considering striking right now. Is that true?
It's true. So what happened is Cornell actually gave us a deadline to accept the agreement on the table on October 29th. Now, there's been a lot of progress made with that contract, but there are a few outstanding issues that basically limit protections for a lot of our international members, right? So we're hoping we can come to terms with those final clauses by October 29th on Wednesday. But if that doesn't happen, then the UAW has authorized a strike to start on October 30th.
Are people who are here from overseas, are they worried now about what's happening here with ICE, and you see Donald Trump saying he's going to do these mass deportations? You're seeing it happen. Is there a lot of worry from a lot of folks?
Yeah, 100%. These are my colleagues, so I'll share their stories. But, you know, there's just no protections right now at the Cornell level for these people. If they could disappear or if they're fired, you know, they need to get out of here the next day. And what's even crazier for our situation is a lot of the international people live in Cornell subsidized housing, which requires them to be a Cornell employee. So they could be fired, immediately kicked out of their housing, and then have to figure out a way to get home or somewhere.
I also had the, I'm not going to say good fortune, but interesting fortune of running into Curtis Sliwa at a street fair in Brooklyn. And we'll play that clip for you. I'm just not sure he wants to even be running. If you're not elected mayor, would you consider working in Trump's administration?
No, I never worked for anybody else.
Are you worried you'd have to commit crimes if you did? For Donald Trump?
I oversee the Guardian Angels.
Right.
It's a worldwide effort.
But is that why you wouldn't work for Donald Trump?
No, I just don't work in government. Why would I work in government?
Don't want to work in government,
no government,
but you want to be elected mayor?
Exactly. All right?
Can you clarify that?
I've been running a nonprofit for years called the Guardian Angels. It's worldwide.
I know about that.
That's what I do.
But you don't want to work in government, but you want to be the head of the city.
No. I'm working for the Guardian Angels at no pay.
Aren't you a Republican, though?
Yes, I am.
So he doesn't want to work for Republicans, but he's running as a Republican. He doesn't want to work in government, but he's running to be the mayor. Okay.
My question about that clip, Jerome, is what's up with the outfit?
I was just me being casual, walking around Brooklyn. Not how I always dress, but no shame in.
Oh, you're 22 years old. You're a cool dude.
Yeah, I might hop on my skateboard or hop on my skateboard.
You work for the campaign. What does that involve?
I'm a canvasser. I was canvassing the Upper West Side today, knocking on doors, trying to get out the vote, make sure everybody goes out to the polls, support Zohran.
And why is he your candidate?
I believe in his message. I think he has a great vision for New York. Freeze the rent, fast and free buses, and universal child care. I'm currently a grad student. I want to afford to live here and go to a great school and get a great career after this, and I believe in his message.
Americans understand that in the richest country in the history of the world, there is nothing we cannot accomplish.
Bernie is speaking tonight. I see you got the Bernie hat.
I've been Bernie
Old
for
school
a long
Bernie,
time.
2016.
Yep.
What do you hope to hear from him tonight?
I think we know his message at this point. I love to see him speak. I love to hear, the economic populist message that would save a lot of the things in this country that the authoritarian, right-wing Trump style of politics has already captured. I think Bernie's left view and Zohran and AOC are the future of what Democrats on the left need to follow. I think that's why Kathy Hochul is here tonight. She's here because she sees the way the tide is turning and she wants to be on board.
You were here speaking tonight at the Zohran Mamdani rally, and what were you saying on stage?
I was talking about our fight for a contract. It's been 4 years with no contract, and we'd really like to get it finalized. We have most of it done, and also talking about how Zohran has been standing up for unions and has been on our practice picket lines and pledged to support us if we do go on strike. So just talking about, the momentum that we're getting from that.
And with Zohran Mamdani, why is he your candidate for mayor here in New York?
I think it's the first time I've really seen a local candidate really address workers and address the real local New Yorker. I think he really knows the people and stands with them in a way that I've never seen before. And also obviously the fact that he's showed up to our picket lines, that means a lot to have that support, especially as someone as popular as him.
Andrew Cuomo and some of the other candidates and people who are speaking on Andrew Cuomo's behalf. One of the big knocks against Zohran Mamdani is he's very young and he lacks experience. What's your response to that?
The man has integrity, and Cuomo's had a long time to try and show us who he was, and I don't think New Yorkers like what they saw.
2028! Thank you, New York! I love you, New York!
All right, for all of us at the Good Liars, we'll see you next time. Have a great day and or night.